Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 22nd. We're going to jump right in here. You have this taking off card. It says things will take off much sooner than expected. Love it. And you have this inspiration card. It says a spark of inspiration will ignite brilliant new ideas. So I do feel like there could be, things could be taking off a lot sooner than you expect in something that you're working on here, that you've been working towards. You do have the Five of Wands. So, the Five of Wands can be conflict or competition, but it could be things that you are working towards, that you have been working towards for a long time. That's where, the conflict and the competition would come in with the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can also be like a little bit of inspiration as well. These people, they're using wands to fight. They're not using swords. So they are kind of like learning how to fight or learning how to battle. And I always look at the Five of Wands as really like a card of learning or having learned how to do something through conflict and competition. So you could be getting some inspiration that really leads to a lot of success for you. And I just noticed there are some flipped around cards in this deck. So we are going to reshuffle that. But what I would say is, again, I think that some of you, that you have learned from conflict and competition, or you've learned through some things that you've been through. You also have this sudden wealth card and this cultivate card over here that is Taurus, which I'll show you in a minute. And, we have that, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. I think that we still, I think all the energy that has been going through Taurus and has been in Taurus and all that other good stuff, even though Jupiter is going to leave Taurus in June, it doesn't matter. I think that there is just a lot of really good energy for earth signs to increase their wealth, to, work on their finances or improve their financial situation. And so, all that stuff comes up. You have the Justice card, the Libra card. I do feel like between now and closer to the end of the year, maybe like the later fall, that you could be working, a lot of things that you are working on. What I'm trying to say is that they could be developing, you could be developing things from now until the later fall, until the next Libra eclipse. We just had a Libra eclipse on March 25th, and we're about to have another one, in the fall. So, well, I shouldn't say about to, because that's still a few months away. But again, we're going to have another one later on in the year. And so I feel by that time, a lot of you could be, could have developed something like projects or businesses or even yourself. And you could be finding a lot more balance because of that. Again, whenever we have two eclipses in the same sign, like one at the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year, I think that it's basically the universe trying to get us to work on something, or to, in this case for you, it literally could be about bringing more balance into your life. And I feel this is going to be a good thing. You have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords can be a victory coming in for you or a win. This is also like a card of inspiration as well. You are kind of like inspiring yourself is what I'm getting here off of the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, we usually have to like sacrifice one thing to have something better in our lives. And so I feel for some of you that you could be removing something from your life so that you can have something better. And I feel it's something that you've like worked on, or that you do work on. It's like there's really a sudden flow coming in for you. You have this sudden wealth card coming up in the next row. Then you have that cultivate card. Then you also have this full moon in Taurus at the end. It says your dreams need a practical plan. And so I feel that you really have the opportunity to kind of create this flow. I wouldn't really say sudden wealth. I think that what the reading is really trying to say is more like flow of wealth. Those are the words that I'm getting, not necessarily sudden. So I think the universe is trying to get you to get more in this flow, and let's see how. I still don't know here for you, Virgo. With the Justice card, you have the Six of Pentacles, also kind of like the Justice card, right? He has this scale right here. It's about equal give and take, and the Six of Pentacles is really about giving to things that give to you, on a personal level. So I would make sure that you are giving your energy to things that give back to you. Even, you have two sixes here, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love two sixes. I mean, to me, two sixes says you're going in the right direction, you're on the right path. And with the Five of Wands, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of success and growth and abundance, and it's a card of material success on the horizon. So it basically says that you could be getting paid for work that you've done in the past, and I really feel this is, maybe creating this better flow of abundance into your life, or, flow of wealth, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to just be money. This could be whatever you've invested in. It could be love, could be spirituality, whatever it is that you're working on. And I feel like you're just, I think you are working on things that are more that last a lot longer. Things that are, it's like your life is becoming more evergreen, right? I feel like your life is becoming more, not so much like chasing your tail energy, much more like working on a project and it lasts for a certain amount of time and, supports you for a while, working on a relationship and it lasts for a certain amount of time. You're not like always chasing your tail. And I think that maybe that's a better way to talk about this reading, is that you're no longer chasing your tail. I think it looks pretty good. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Seven of Swords. I would be careful of anyone from the past who's coming in and like wanting to tell the truth or whatever. It's like, I kind of feel like some of you could be dealing with a person who had the opportunity to tell the truth, but they didn't. So, too bad, so sad, as I love saying. And I think that you're just going to be moving forward from this situation. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Courthouse card. If you are dealing with something legal, you have Justice, Six of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords as well, which is like law and order, or could be a legal victory as well. It says all legal matters, disputes, contracts, important decisions. So again, like I said, and you have the sudden wealth card. So again, if you're dealing with something legal, this could be you coming out on top or you having a victory. This sudden wealth card says big financial gain, winning, monetary gifts, financial success. So I feel for a lot of you that I really just get more of a financial flow. Again, if you are dealing with something legal, this could be a payout or, some sort of insurance payout or something like that as well. But I really feel that you're getting more into like the flow of wealth. Like I said, I feel like you're starting to enjoy life more as well. You have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, can be thinking about the past. I would be careful of a person from the past. But what I would also say is that the Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and usually the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, meaning that we've been like bumping up against an obstacle in life, and the gift we receive is things turn around for us or things improve for us. So I feel like that this could be like improvements. You have this Hierophant card, and the Hierophant can represent blessings. Of course, it can represent marriage, and we actually do see, good love energy going this way, Knight of Cups as well. So if you're looking for love, there definitely could be like a knight in shining armor type person. This month has been pretty good for love, and even if you don't find love this month, I always say like, the universe doesn't wear a watch. Things happen when they're supposed to happen, and so I feel for a lot of people that, I feel that in a lot of ways that you maybe could be like seeing a person or meeting a person. It's like maybe you don't have love like right this second, but it feels like it's something that's going to develop over time. So if you do want love, I do feel that there could be a person coming in for you. The really funny thing here is, Virgo, is that you have Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It's like I kind of see this in my head as maybe the stages that you go through as far as either wanting love or not wanting it, or like how you see a person. It's almost like you might already or soon you will see a person as your Knight of Cups, and then you're like wondering like, should I rush in and start investing in this connection? And then it's like you get to the Knight of Pentacles where you're like, okay, I definitely want to invest in this position, in this connection. But it's kind of funny how I see it in my head. It's almost like you could be going back and forth on a person, or you could be like, it's not like you're going back and forth as in you're not interested. It's like I think you're trying to figure out like what to do. Do you approach this person? Do you invest in this person? Like what's going on here, right? Yeah, look, with the Six of Cups, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely a knight in shining armor. I really like the Six of Cups for new connections as well. The Six of Cups can be a soulmate, it can be a true soulmate as well. And usually it's also like a much more playful connection or a much more, happy connection. So I definitely feel that there could be a happy connection coming in for you with the Six of Cups. With the Hierophant, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles comes up a lot, and I do think that we all need to leave comfort zones, just see other ways of doing things. And again, if you're attracting a person, this person like could be different in some way, or they could be outside of a comfort zone. Like sometimes I feel with the Four of Pentacles, when you are meeting a person or thinking about a person, it's like there might be something about them that causes you to like level up, which actually can be uncomfortable if you think about it. Like it could be one of those things where maybe it's like a very successful person, and to be with them, you would have to level up in some way, whatever that is. So it's like you would have to leave a comfort zone maybe to be with this person. But again, I wouldn't don't put too much pressure on yourself, of course. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Temperance card. I do feel you've been very patient for love. You've been dealing with some like weird love cycles, over the past few years, probably in regards to like how love makes you feel like as a person, right? And I think that's what Virgo has been dealing with for a very long time, is kind of like the reflection of love. Like what being in a connection, like how does it reflect on you? That's like one of the things that you've been dealing with. And so I think you've learned a lot of life lessons with love, and I feel that again, the Temperance card would be about going back and forth, right? He is pouring water between those two cups, trying to come up with turn one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy. And so I feel that you have been trying to, kind of transform or figure out what you, like where you fit in love, right? And that's definitely something that you could be thinking about. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have the solar flares. I'm pretty sure we have some crazy solar flare energy going on right now, so definitely could be true. You have this, it says activate on it. You have this Taurus card, it says cultivate. So activate and cultivate, whatever you're thinking about growing, I would get to work. Again, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction energy, I would take advantage of it. Even though that energy doesn't last long, still, it's like triggering something. It's activating something in all of us. So I would be working on something. I think the trick with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is something having to do with freedom. So something that will set you free, something that will make you feel more free in life, something that will make you feel like you're more in control of your life, anything like that. Like I was saying, like evergreen, something evergreen. I see a lot of like, I was feeling something about like chasing your tail. When you're always like chasing your tail, like having a YouTube channel, for example, it's like you're always having to put out videos. You're always chasing your tail, especially if you do tarot, right? Tarot videos are not evergreen. It's like, I think you need to do something evergreen in your life as well. It's like, is there something that you can do that will last a little bit longer or doesn't require so much effort or, it's something that you can create once in your life and you can profit off of it, forever. And it doesn't even have to be money. Like I said, this could be like energetically, or this could be in love, or whatever the case may be. And so I think you really need to think about that. You have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Five of Cups can be a card of regrets or sadness, but really, I always say it's a card of gratitude. When he sees these two cups, he gets this bridge and this castle over here. So the secret to the Five of Cups is to be grateful for what you do have in life, and then you get that bridge and the castle. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about expressing gratitude. You have the Knight of Swords. I wouldn't, no rushing to judgments or, no jumping to conclusions at this time. I think, the end of retrogrades, even just retrogrades in general, are super bad for jumping to conclusions about things or, not having all the details. So this goes for everything in your life. But the Knight of Swords, I kind of look at as that energy of a person, rushing into your life and, saying something to you that isn't true, or saying something to you, telling you something that really isn't going to happen. And someone else had this week as well. So it's definitely something I would think about. It's definitely something that, if you have one, I'm sure you've all had one of those moments where someone rushes at you and tells you something, and then you get all freaked out, and then you find out it's not true later. And so if you have one of those moments where you're kind of getting all excited, I think you just need to tell yourself no, this might not be true, right? This person might just be trying to get me excited. So I would, kind of think of things through before you get excited about anything. Now, you do have the Ten of Cups here. So definitely could be a Ten of Cups coming towards you. Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. Ten of Cups is everything you want and desire in your life, or just a lot of happiness in general. So I do feel like there could be a really solid connection coming in for you, for those of you that want a connection, or for those of you that are hoping to meet a person. The Ten of Cups can also just be happiness, and I have seen a lot of happiness in the readings this week, so it could just be there could be a sense of relief this week, just in general, right? With the Five of Cups, here you go, you have the Ace of Swords. Again, I would be careful of a past person who's coming in and telling you, oh, they have regrets, or that they're apologizing or whatever. I think it's okay to accept an apology. I think it's fine to say okay, great, thanks, and then move on, right? But, this kind of gives me the vibes of a person who has regrets coming in and apologizing, which is fine. But, I would be careful of them having ulterior motives, having them trying to do something else, or, trying to get back into your life, or whatever the case may be. The Ace of Swords is also a victory, so it could say that you are having a victory over some sort of sadness or something that you no longer enjoy. Again, I do feel like I do feel that feeling where it's maybe even this past week, I don't know what today is. Today is the 16th, so maybe the week of the 15th, even if you're watching this video early, that maybe you've had more of those moments where it's kind of hard for you to find something that you enjoy. That's the vibe I get here. It's have you ever been, I'm pretty sure they say this is depression, but have you ever not been, nothing can satisfy you, or there's nothing on TV, for example, that you can watch and be happy? I kind of feel like that here. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say here. I'm not saying that you're depressed or anything, of course. I just think that it's like maybe you've been looking for fulfillment, or you've been trying to find some sort of satisfaction, and I kind of feel like satisfaction is returning to you with the Ace of Swords. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. I definitely feel that there could be a very passionate connection coming in for you. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. So definitely new growth coming in for you. And I also feel like you are working on new things that can grow in your life. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Five of Pentacles. This is like a weird situation, right? I'm wondering if you are in a weird situation, or you were in a weird situation with a person. It's like maybe you thought that this person would be your Ten of Cups, but they ended up being your Five of Pentacles, and now you're kind of like moving on. Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold, or, kind of like feeling sadness, or feeling like you've been rejected. And, the thing about the Five of Pentacles, and the thing about all fives in the tarot, is that they all have very easy solutions. So the Five of Pentacles just says, do not call attention to your weaknesses, make sure to focus on your strengths. So that's what I feel like you need to do here. Even that Taurus card, it says cultivate on it. I do think that you should make sure that you're focusing on things that can grow, or that do grow at this time. You have this new moon in Aries. It says it's time to take action. You have this full moon in Taurus. It says your dreams need a practical plan. And that card said activate. How crazy is that? That card said activate, and then the other one said cultivate. And these basically say the same thing. They basically say activate and cultivate. So I think it's time to get to work on something. I'm wondering, in a weird way here, Virgo, I'm sorry if I called you Taurus, by the way. I feel like I called you Taurus, but in a weird way, I feel like this card is almost encouraging you to ignore love, and it's saying that right now you should be focusing on a practical plan. Your very first card is the Knight of Pentacles, which would be a practical plan, but needing to get it started. So I kind of feel that here. Like, I'm not saying you can't have love and that you have to like totally reject everybody or anything like that. Like, don't take it to extreme. Knight of Swords, right? Knight of Swords is taking things to an extreme. I think we live on a spectrum, right? We don't have to like always be one side or the other. We can kind of like be in between, right? And I kind of feel that's what's going on here, is that it's saying, for right now, can you work on whatever it is that you're working on, or whatever you're trying to grow? It's like you're trying to grow something that is going to bring a flow of wealth into your life with that sudden wealth card, I feel. But I feel like you need to have a practical plan, and like stick to a plan, and also plant the seeds and everything like that. It's almost like, the best way I could say this, Virgo, is I feel like you're finally going to realize like where your value comes from. It's like maybe you always put value on the relationships that you're in, or, the situations that you enter into, or whatever. But it's almost like you're seeing yourself as valuable. Like, damn, that's deep, Virgo. I feel like maybe for once in your life, you're actually like valuing yourself, or, what you can create. And, instead of like looking for a person to give you value, or, whatever, right? And, it's almost like you're realizing your skills or what you're good at. And I think that you could be kind of learning that lesson. I do feel you've been learning this lesson for, probably at least 4 years now, at least. You have the Eight of Swords, and Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. So I feel a lot of you, this card basically says it's time to set yourself free. She's keeping herself stuck, but she could easily set herself free. So if you are feeling stuck in any way, I feel you should set yourself free. You have the Strength card. And again, the Strength card kind of gives me more of that vibe that you're realizing your value, because she is getting this lion to submit to her. And that lion represents her inner voice, her inner critic. And what do you know? On the bottom of your clarifying deck, you also have the Strength card. So she's getting that lion to submit to her. And it basically says that, this is something she has to do every single day. She has to tame her inner voice, her inner demons, her inner critic every single day. And it's almost like you have tamed yourself here, or, again, like you have learned what makes you valuable. You're starting to pull value from yourself. And I feel like you're actually, doing this if you are looking for love. I think once you value yourself, as cliche as it sounds, I think then you will attract a person who also values themselves. It's like you're not going to have to be with a person who provides you with, I don't know what word I'm looking for right now, but it's like you're not going to have to be with a person who validates you. Let's put it that way, right? And or provides validation. I think you're providing it for yourself. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, Two of Swords, again, funny that I said the thing about, it's like you don't have to be one side or the other. Two of Swords, there's this third place right here. The island behind her represents third place solutions. I believe third place solutions are going to save the world. If you notice, there are just a lot of bad ideas in the world right now, and third place solutions are just things that no one's ever thought of, or unique ways, unique solutions, better solutions, innovative solutions. So again, and by the way, these solutions aren't going to come from the government. They're going to come from us. So, any ideas that you have, any, dreams that you have, any things that you think could improve the world, put them out into the world, because your ideas probably will change the world. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. Sorry, I didn't even look at the card. But the Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that something's going to be successful, that's when it truly will be successful. With the Strength card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity coming in for you here. You have all these aces as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel for a lot of you, there's clearly like a very positive new beginning coming in for you. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning that you want to nurture into existence, and you have that Taurus card, 2 Taurus cards. And I also believe that we are in a time where if we're going to do something, we really need to nurture it into existence, and that's exactly what I would do here. Here you go. You have this exaltation card, another Taurus card, by the way. And, this is the moon in Taurus. And I feel for a lot of you that something, this really represents like divine blessings coming in for you. But it also says whatever you're working on is blessed to be in your life. You have this power card here. In like a way, I feel like you're kind of like gaining power. You are becoming an authority. And for a lot of you, I feel like you're becoming an authority over yourself. Again, there is a deep energy going on here in this reading where you've done a lot of work on yourself. And I think that it's almost like you are validating yourself, but not like, I don't mean this like a toxic way or anything like that. I feel like it's like you're patting yourself on the back, and you're giving yourself credit for who you are. And I feel like you're no longer looking for things like outside of yourself in a good way. You have this empathy card. Again, I feel like if you're attracting a person, could be a person who has a lot of empathy, or that could be something that stands out to you, is that it's an empathetic person. You have this assertion card. Again, you have that Aries card at the end there. I can't remember what it says, activate or something like that. It's time to take action. It's definitely time to take action on something you're trying to create here, Virgo. And you have this inspiration card. Yes, it's time for you to be an inspiration. I think it's time for everybody to be an inspiration. That's literally, I think one of the big things that Pluto and Aquarius wants us to do is it wants us to be an inspiration for people. But this looks really good here, Virgo. I love it. Definitely a good, abundant flow coming in for you. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.